Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Wasabi. This is not the normal sort of video I normally post. As a moderator, I get quite a few people who send me replays with infringements of one sort or another, and this one is about players rigging either missions or MOE results. There's two videos here, both from Magical Flying Fox, someone I've known for a while on the Asia server, and he's playing on this map in the STB1, but although he's going to have a good result in this game, that's really not the purpose of this video. It's actually focusing on the platoon on his side of two Mouse and a Object 705A and a Super Conqueror on the other side. By the end of the video, we'll give you an idea who they belong to. These names are anonymised in this battle, so but it's basically the same person who's benefiting from the way these missions are being rigged in both battles, and it's happened in another replay I've been sent as well for the same players, where we proved who the anonymised names were. So I'm not going to go too much into that until we get closer to the end, but although MFS is in a good position here and is taking a toll on the enemy team, it's the Mouse and the two Mouse and the Object 705, both grouped up together, currently in the sort of D67 position on the map, as you can see, and Super Conqueror from the other side is basically going to be farming damage from them. It's the general principle of what this rigging is about. So MFS going around the top of the hill, again looking for damage opportunities, and we'll just make note of what's happening down the bottom. That he's not really concentrating at the moment, but his suspicions were aroused later on when he looked at the battle results and concluded what he thought was the case. So I've had a look at both those replays, and my conclusion is the same that he drew, so I'm presenting them here so that you know what sort of thing can go on. Now, also both of these replays have been sent to Wargaming, and also the previous one with the same players involved, so we expect action to be taken, but we know that it will take a little while for them to be digested by Wargaming and action taken. So what we normally don't do is give these out publicly, but as this is outside of Wargaming's area, I thought it'd be worth presenting to my audience. So as you can see, the one Mouse has already been killed, the Cursed 92 driver, and the other Mouse is basically getting farmed, not really putting up much of a fight, and he's just gone down. You can see the player who's destroyed that Mouse is the Super Conqueror, and you'll find that in the after battle results, which I won't show in this particular game, but I'll show for the next one, that the Super Conqueror has killed the three platoon members. Now that's not to say that the other players aren't benefiting from that, but it's basically going to obviously be detrimental to the team that MFF is on. And clearly because they're basically allowing their damage to be farmed. Anyway, so I'll just continue. It's actually a good battle that MFF is putting up here. You can see he's got 2 marks of excellence on this Japanese tier 10 STB1. It's a good tank lance as well for some specific purposes. Got an accurate gun and does a reasonable DPM. So it's not to say that the cheating tanks don't sort of contribute to the game, but in some cases we've seen definitely they basically let themselves be completely farmed. And sometimes these rigging missions are for to allow the players to complete missions such as blocking or whatever, and maybe they find that in random battles that it's not giving them the results that but so they turn to their clanmates to help them achieve those missions. But yeah, it's always going to cause problems for one team or another if a group of players on one team are colluding with a player on the other team. So this is unsportsmanlike and against the rules of Wargaming's EULA. So this is why we want to try and stamp out this this practice. So you can see now, if you have a look at the battle results, that all 3 members of that platoon are dead. Yes, they were, you know, in a position where they were in the front lines as heavy tanks go, but the fact that they all went to the same side and the team member from the other side came to exactly the same spot is one of the suspicious activities that indicate, you know, what's going on. So again, you can't see in the battle results that they are from the same clan, but as we've checked the anonymous names in the past, it is one clan in particular that we're seeing these results from. It's AEML, and you'll see that when we go and look at the statistics for the particular player that's involved. It's someone that's benefiting from these things. Now, also, not to detract from MFF's performance here, he's on a mission to achieve damage against tank destroyers. I think 3,500 damage. It's one of the block missions, and he's well on his way to achieving that. Just has to win the battle now to get the result. So again, I don't want to detract from the performance of the player who sent me this one, because he's playing well and this is a good result. But really the subject of these videos is the fact that people are trying to rig results on the server. Now, I had a closer look at the player who's benefiting from these results, and yeah, his recent stats, particularly in Tier 10, are completely at variance with the results he's been getting previously. So this is the second battle. This is on the Runeberg map. Magical Flying Foxes in an AMX N451. And again, you'll see this platoon of an Object 279E, a mouse, and I'm trying to think what the third one is, might be Super Conk. Anyway, and the player on the other team in the Super Conk, one of the Super Conqueror players, is they're all from the same clan once we check the anonymised names. So you'll see that the Object 279E and the mouse are going to the same location in the map. It doesn't look that suspicious as heavy tanks go to that place, but when we have a look at the results that they get in the after battle reports, you'll see. So in this case, it's the Super Conqueror Ban Yuan Zan on the enemy team. That's the one that's benefiting from this. And it's platoon number 2 on the enemy side. Anyway, so again, I don't want to detract from the performance of the player here. The MFF's this is not going to be a winning result in this case. Partly, again, it shows the detrimental effect that such collusion can have, where they're basically allowing themselves to be farmed. Yeah, you can always pick up some tips from a good player like an FF. So yeah, good spot on Runeberg to get some damage, in particular lower front plate that is in. But you'll see now that the players will start going down fairly soon. So there are a lot of tanks concentrated in the city. MFF's going to break out here and come down the 0-1. He spots out here. manages to take him out of the game. And he gets lit up as part of that by the Leopard PTA. So there's going to be a bit of a battle with that. So they're doing reasonably well on the side of the map. The Leopard put some big hit into him. Again, now the Object 279E is already been killed. And yeah, the enemy's just now waltzing its way through the centre of the map because of the lack of participation or direct participation of those players. You know, why are they picking these tanks? Mainly because they've got very large hit point pools. The 2400 and above means that if they can get farmed by the other player, they can add a lot of damage to it. So that's the end of MFF, and we're just going to fast forward to the end of the game as he's cycling through tanks trying to look for some vision on what's going on. And he thinks, yeah, he's put his suspicions into chat that he thinks there's another rigging platoon involved. So eventually the enemy will win by capping out on this map, but just speeding it up here right at the end. Alright, so we're going to have a look at the results here. You can see the Super Conqueror there, destroyed by Ban Wanzan, did 0 damage. The Object 279 did basically 1 shot worth of damage, also destroyed by the same Super Conqueror. And this is the player in question, a player called Soldier Viet, and all those players have been from AEML clan or people related to them. So you can see he's trying to get that first mark of excellence, and we think that's what's driving this particular